Welcome to Putt-Putt Golf here on Channel 10. My name is Dave Kreider, welcoming you to this evening's tournament. Tonight there will be 19 players participating on course number 3. Unfortunately, we've had some intermittent rain throughout the afternoon and it has held the turnout down. We will have 4 in the cash division, 4 in the amateur A division, and we have 11 players in the amateur B division. Brian Johnson in the cash division has totally dominated course 3 this year. Bruce Heron and Rick Gerard and Brian Summers will be out to make sure that Brian does not take another title on this course. Hopefully the rain will hold off this evening and we'll be able to film as much of the action as possible. In just a moment we'll go out to the course and begin our coverage of round number 1. We'll begin the tournament this evening on hole number 3. This is Bruce Heron in the cash division. Nice shot there by Bruce. And this is Brian Johnson. That one might be a little short. Had the line. Here's Bruce's putt on hole number 4. 2 in a row for Bruce. Here's Brian's putt.
Get up there.
Okay. Hole number 5, one of the more difficult holes to ace on this course. And we'll take a look at Brian once again. And we've seen Brian lag 2 of the 3 holes that we've watched. That's very unusual. He's going to have a difficult uphill putt here for his par. Nice shot. Continuing in the cash division, it's Brian Summers, hole number 7, easiest hole on the course. Knocks it in. This is Rick Gerard, hole number 8. Rick won match play Tuesday night out at the North Course. And now Brian Summers once again. That one looks real good. Nicely done. Amateur A division now, hole number 10. Just Jeff Heron got a bad kick off that rail. Next up to putt will be John Filber. Just catching the left edge of the hole. Last member of this threesome is Jim Teal. And he misses on the left side. on the side, but up here. Watch Jeff putt hole number 11.
Man.
And we'll watch John putt now. This hole not a very consistent ace anymore. You just never know what the ball's going to do once it comes back off that back rail, and John was hoping to hit that triangle and at least keep the ball in play. He's going to have a tough shot from here. He'd almost been better off if the ball went back to the tee mat. He's going to have to bank it off the left-hand side. And John with a bogey 3. Here's Jim's putt. Let's see what this one's going to do. Got it. Nice shot there by Jim. Don Brecht, hole number 16. This is Jimmy Wonderly the second.
12 and 15.
And Jimmy lagging his there. It's going to be short. Whoa.
And that one looked out.
Straight uphill putt. Got it. This is Jim Wonderly.
In the rain, it's a little easier.
And Jim pushed that.
Well, that's okay.
Nice shot there by Jim. Watch Don putt hole 17. It's going to stay left. And go right into the cup. Looked like it was going to stay left. Here's Jimmy Wonderly the second, once again. And he got a straight kick, and we've seen 2 aces in a row. Let's see if Jim can make it 3 here.
Straight.
He's got a chance. Nah, he got a bad kick. Move on to the amateur B division now. Back to hole number 8. This is Gene Hostler. It's going to be a little early. This is Dan Jackson. I don't think that's going to get there either. Carpets are a little damp tonight, and the putters will have to adjust their speeds. Still have a very light rain falling at the moment, but here's Josh Schmitz. Back door? Nope. Oh, I thought about it. He's putt on hole number 9. He pushed it way left, and he's got a problem. Straight uphill putt. Got it. Watch Dan putt once again. It's going right. I think Dan still has a clear shot at the hole. Good putt. Just catching it in on the left edge there. Here's Josh's putt. Going to use the left rail. And just missing on the left side. Whoa. And Josh hit that one a little strong, and he's going to have a long putt here for a bogey. And he really pushed that. And now he's in the corner where he's in real difficult shape. And he makes it. This is Larry Booth on hole number 5. Slow down, ball. Larry with a bogey 3. This is Bobby Moore, Rick Newsom. Okay, this is Rick Newsom. And the wet carpet helped Rick on that ball. It kept it up on the hill. This is Bobby Moore. Just got to hurry. And he caught the right rail. He's going to have a difficult deuce putt here. Played that very smart. If I'd have been there, I'd have done the same thing. And a bogey 3 for Bobby. Watch Bobby putt once again on hole number 6. Ooh, boy. Bogey 3. Here's Larry's putt. That was Rick that just putted, pardon me. Turned out to be a beautiful evening out here. Very comfortable. Hopefully the rain will hold off. Nice putt there by Larry. And we'll watch Bobby putt once again. And a nice 3. This is Kevin Krajewski. I'd like to thank Kevin for doing the show last week so I could come out of retirement and play. It was fun, had a good time. There's a nice ace there by Kevin. This is Charles Huttinger. And Charles having a few difficulties here on the 6th hole. And he picks up as we have a 5-stroke limit for the B players. Here's Kevin on hole number 7. Nice ace. And we'll see if Charles can rebound from his 5 and pick up a hole-in-one here. I don't know. And a bogey 3 for Charles. Yep. We're on hole number 13 now. This is Steve Bonner. Next up will be Robert Moore Sr. And it's going to hug the rail. Third member of this threesome is Andrew Teal. And be here's Steve's putt on number 14. Ooh. I've done that. And he finally knocks it in for a 4. Robert will be next to putt. Got it. Nice shot there. And now we'll see what Andrew can do. Laurelly should be in good position for his deuce, though. That will conclude our highlights from round number 1. Just a moment, we'll be going back up to the clubhouse, let you know who our leaders are in the cash, Amateur A, and Amateur B division after 18 holes of play. Damn mosquitoes. After 1 round of play, leading the cash division is Bruce Heron at 7 under par, 29. Moving now to the Amateur A division, your leader is Jeff Heron at 6 under par, 30. In the Amateur B division, Leading after 18 holes of play is Kevin Krajewski with a 5-under par 31. Great scores by all three of those gentlemen. We're going back out to the course right now. Round number 2 action, hole number 18. We're watching Josh Schmitz. Josh comes back down the hill. This is the Amateur B division we're beginning with here. Josh's got to compensate a little bit for the carpets being wet, as he hasn't gotten it up the hill twice. There you go. Good try there. Josh will settle for a 5. This is Gene Hostler. Gene had a 33 his first round. He's right in the thick of things. Not one of Gene's better efforts on that one, however. Gene with a bogey 3. Next up will be Dan Jackson. Dan at 1 over par 37. 6 strokes back, pardon me. Of course, in the Amateur B division, being 6 strokes down after 18 is not too bad, because a lot of things can happen. Nice putt there by Dan for a par. Here's Dan on hole number 1. As we've stated several times before, on this course, hole number 1 and hole number 2 are the 2 of the holes that are very, very difficult. Dan with a real nice putt there for his par. Here's Gene's putt. That's right on line, and it's in the cup, center of the cup. No ham and bacon in you, is there? And Josh pushed his way left, and it's going to be down in the corner on the left-hand side. Tough putt here. Nailed it. Good shot. Back to hole number 1 we go. This is Andrew Teal. That's got to hurry. Oh, actually, the speed was there. It got up there. I'd take that. Robert Moore Sr. will be next. Robert right in the thick of things also. He's at 4 under 32. He's 1 stroke back of Kevin Krajewski.
I just knew what you were pointing at. You're always marking my score ahead of time.
Nailed it. Good shot there by Robert. Using the right rail, breaking right into the hole.
Good first run you had there.
This is Steve Bonner. Good speed. Should be safely on the plateau. Here's Robert's putt on hole number 2. It's going right, and it's going down into the corner. Nope, it's going to have a... Yep, it did go in the corner. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This hole here, boy, I tell you, you can take 5 real easy. I've seen it happen too many times. Robert can move his ball out 1 club length. And now he might as well give this a free ride because the worst he can do is 5. Might as well just go for this. He's going to try and bank it again. And good idea, and he'll have to settle for a 5, but plenty of holes to make up for that. Now we'll watch Andrew putt. It's going to be on the left side, but he should have semi-straight deuce. Playing it safe. Settles for bogey 3. Here's Steve's shot. Good speed. That's where you want to be on this hole if you can. If you can't make it, that's where you want to be, up on the plateau. Good putt there for a par. Amateur A division now, hole number 12. John Filber. It's got a chance if it hurries. Got it. Nice shot there by John. This is Jim Teal. That one might come out of the corner for him. You know, it kind of died as it got to the hole. And now Jeff Herron. Jeff leading at 6 under par 30. Aced this hole the first time. Can't get it to drop this time. He'll knock this in for par. There's John's putt on 13. That looks good. Perfectly done. John with a couple of them in a row. We'll watch Jim's putt now. That kind of hugged the rail. I don't know if that one's going to swing over or not. Yep, it did. Good shot for Jim. Here's Jeff's putt. Now that one I think is going to stay left. We can get the cash. Oh, okay. Into the cash division now. This is Brian Summers. Brian at 6 under par 30, 1 stroke back of Bruce Herron. I think that's crossing. This is Rick Gerard. Rick also at 6 under par 30. Oh, he got a huge cross on that one. Here's Brian's putt on 14. Got it. And we'll see if Rick can make this. Might be in the corner. Nope, he got it. Good shot there by Rick. Staying in the cash division, we're still on the 14th hole. This is Brian Johnson. Brian is trying to win this tournament again on this course, but he struggled the first round and only was at 2 under par 34, and that's not indicative of how well Brian Johnson can putt this course. Good par putt. And now Bruce Heron. Bruce had the best score among the cash division entrants in the first round, 7 under par 29. Should be very competitive tonight in all 3 divisions. Bruce had a good putt, just couldn't get that kick off the rail. Nice shot there by Bruce. This is Rick Newsom. God, I've seen a lot of lips on this hole tonight. This is Bobby Moore. That one looks good. Nice shot there. This is Kevin Krajewski, hole number 7. I don't know about this one. Kevin leading the B division through 18 holes of play at 5 under par 31. This is Charles Huttinger. Okay. In the amateur A division now, here's Don Brecht, hole number 7. No. Jimmy Wonderly the second. Uh-oh. Hit the tip of the ring. Let's see if he can pop it onto the ring and make his par here. Got it. Jim Wonderly will be next. That's a good looking putt. That should drop. Got it. Here's Larry Booth, once again on hole number 11. Hole number 10, pardon me. Good putt there by Larry. Watch Rick Newsom putt once again. Are you going to do Kevin and Charles again too? And then we'll, okay, that'll do it. Okay. Bobby Moore. Still on hole number 10, here's Kevin Krajewski. This is Charles Hottinger. That will conclude action from round number 2. We're going back to the clubhouse in just a moment and let you know who our leaders are in all 3 divisions after 36 holes of play. No change in our leaderboard after the second round of play out here at Putt-Putt. Bruce Herron continuing to lead the cash division. Bruce coming in at 13 under par, 59. Continuing to lead in the amateur A division is Jeff Herron at 6 under par, 60. Kevin Krajewski maintaining his lead in the amateur B division, and Kevin also leading right now for the medal play spot. He's at 7 under par, 65. Just a moment, we'll be going out to course number 3, and we will follow the leaders in all 3 divisions as they come down the home stretch. Starting the amateur B division, this is Josh Schmitz. Hole number 5, that's coming back down the hill. There's a good putt for a 3 by Josh. This is Gene Hostler. Gene still very much in contention. 5 under par, 67. He trails Kevin by 2. Got it. This B division tonight's going to be a dogfight, as there's 5-6 players within 3 strokes of the lead, so a lot of possibilities here. This is Dan Jackson. Dan is very much in contention also. He's at 4 under par, 68. That's got to hurry. Looked like he had good line on that, too. Get up. Nice shot there by Dan. Putt on 6, and he's got some problems here, and he's going to have a very difficult deuce. That's not going to get up the hill. And I think the situation you're going to find in B tonight is the winner is probably going to be the one that makes the fewest mistakes. Gene will have to settle for a 5. Gene's got quite a bit of holes to make up. That one could be a killer for him. We'll watch Josh putt. And that one stayed in the corner and did not kick off the rail for him. Nice shot there by Josh. And we'll see what Dan can do. That one might have a chance if it can kick off that rail. That did the same thing Josh's ball did. It stayed in the corner. Nice shot there by Dan.
225.
Okay, this is Steve Bonner on hole number 3. Nice shot there by Steve. This is Andrew Teal. Andrew still in contention. 4 under par 68 for Andrew. Andrew's going to have a tester coming back. As you can see, when you get back there behind the hole, net far, the ball will break to the right. Andrew with the bogey 3. So far in B division, we've seen a lot of the contenders having lots of 3s. Here's another gentleman that's right in the thick of things. This is Robert Moore Sr. He's at 4 under 68. That's good speed. And that ball just broke to the right as it got to the hole. But he'll tap that in for par. Here's Steve's putt on hole number 4. It's going to break to the left. Watch Robert putt once again. Slow down. Got it. Thought that one might have been a little bit too firm, but he had good line. Nice shot. And we'll see if Andrew can rebound from his bogey 3 on the 3rd hole. Nope, that kicked out left.
I've painted all the obstacles orange. Orange obstacles.
Here's Bruce Heron, the leader in the cash division, on hole number 16. Uh-oh. Bruce just told me it's his first bogey of the night. He's going to have another tough putt now. Getting the corners on this hole. And you have some difficult putts. Set. And Bruce with the 4. First one of the night, huh? And Brian Johnson, who's scuffled tonight, and that's not even going to get up the hill. What are you this round, 5? It's Brian's putt on 17. He nails it. Good shot there by Brian. Bruce currently 5 under this round with 2 holes to play. We'll see if that'll be good enough to hold up. He was 7 under going into that last hole, but he had that double bogey 4. Okay, we're back in the Amateur A division. This is John Filber. John having a great tournament. 11 under par 61. He's one stroke back of Jeff, and he's putting in Jeff's group. Great putt. God, just a little bit more speed had been right there. He'll tap that in for a par. And we'll see what Jeff can do. He's leading at 12 under par 60. It's going to be safely on the hill. Third member of this group is Jim Teal. It's going right and down the hill. Nice putt there by Jim. We're on hole number 3 now. Here's John's putt. Right on line. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I would almost hazard a guess that either John or Jeff is going to win the Amateur A division tonight. I have no clue on how either one of them are doing. Here's Jeff's putt. Another great putt that didn't go. Here's Jim's putt, and he went for it, and he's going to pay the consequences. Nice shot. Okay, this is our leader in the B division through 36 holes of play, Kevin Krajewski. Hole number 8. Oh. Kevin currently 3 under this round. Seen some of the other B competitors. They've been struggling. That 3 under might be good enough to hold up. I don't know how many holes he's got left to play. I think 4 or 5. Charles Huttinger is his playing partner. That one might go. Nope. On to the 9th hole we go. Here's Kevin's putt. That's going to be short, but when you're playing with a lead, that's okay on this hole. I'd rather be short to the hole than down the hill. Or even worse yet, in those corners. Good, safe, conservative putt. And we'll watch Charles putt once again. I think that one's going right. It's going to be short. And that will conclude our 3rd round of action here. In just a moment, we'll go off to the clubhouse, let you know who our winners are, and to have 3 in all 3 divisions. We'll have interviews with our winners and then begin the match play tournament, so be sure to stay tuned. Okay, we're here with 2 of our winners out here this evening at Putt-Putt. On my right, Kevin Krajewski winning the Amateur B division, and on my left is Bruce Herron winning the Cash division. And Bruce, last week you made a prediction, and it held true. 51 holes of bogey-free golf, and that probably made a difference for you tonight.
Yeah, that was the main difference tonight. Brian made a lot more bogeys than he normally does, and I didn't make any till it was over. That was pretty much the difference.
Carpets were a little wet tonight. Did you have to adjust any of your putts on any particular holes?
You've always got to hit them just a tad harder. I changed hole 9. I normally play that, play the big break without the rail. I played that into the rail tonight. And hole 3, I moved over a dot and played a different line on that. But other than that, they played about the same.
Well, outstanding shooting, Bruce. You got a couple more weeks. You all geared up for the city championships and the course championships?
Oh, yeah. I'll be here for the course championships this year. I'm looking forward to them, and looking forward to city also.
Congratulations, an outstanding tournament tonight.
Thank you very much.
Okay, on my right, this is Kevin Krajewski, and Kevin winning the Amateur B division. And the bad thing is, Kevin, is next week you get to move up to A.
I know the worst thing is I have to play Brian once we get to course championships, but well, you know, you play all year long trying to improve your scores, and tonight I played my favorite course. I see Jim standing over here off to the side there. He says course 2 is his favorite. I'll put this in my pocket any day and play this course.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first time this year you broke under 100?
I have had 2 great tournaments this year on this course, Dave. I shot 100 even about 3 weeks ago. Came in 4th for all my trouble, but and then tonight, yeah, this is the first time ever breaking 100. So I'm very pleased with it.
Well, I made the comment during the 3rd round. We were watching a lot of the Amateur B players, namely your competition, play, and we've seen quite a few mistakes being made. And I made the comment saying that whoever made the less mistakes would win. And in the 3rd round, you had 3 under par, and that was good enough.
Well, I tried to avoid the bogeys as much as possible. I had 1 bogey on the front side, and that was it for the round there in that 3rd and final round. But, you know, as Bruce was saying, he had wet carpet tonight, and the conditions changed throughout the evening. So basically, I tried to just stay out of bogey golf and figured that if I can come in a couple under par and make them have to shoot for it, then I had a chance.
Congratulations, Kevin. Great tournament. We'll be out. Kevin and I will be out to do match play in just a moment, so stay tuned. First semifinal match. Don Breck putting now versus Andrew Teal. This match is even. And Kevin, Don had a real good last round and had to go to sudden death to defeat Josh Schmitz. He was 1 down on the 18th and came back and won it on the 2nd hole of sudden death. Don is somebody that you really don't want to play in match play because he goes for everything.
Yeah, he can be a streaky player, but, you know, that's the nature of tournaments out here at times. So watch Andy with a little slippery putt here. Sometimes you can play well in match and terrible in metal, and sometimes the other way around.
This match remains even. We go to hole number 10. Here's Don's putt on hole number 10. Looks good. Back door. Got it. And now Andrew needing this to stay even. That's the first ace I've seen on this hole tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, this hole, when it's wet, is very difficult. It's ropey.
Here's Don's putt on 11. Match still even. And let's see what it's going to do. Got it.
I would watch this hole.
And so far, Don putting the pressure on, but Andrew is just staying right with him. Oh, you got a bad break there. Don up 1. We go to hole number 12. That's got a chance. Going to kick off the back door and into the cup. Don putting together a good stretch here.
Yeah, Andy's a young player. He's a patient player, but this is the point of the match where he's got to start making some putts.
Don goes up 2 with 6 holes to play. 6 holes to play. Don up 2, 13, and straight kick into the cup. Putting together a good run here.
Well, like you said earlier, Dave, Don is a very streaky player, and when he can get it going, he's a very difficult player to play and beat, as Andy's finding out here.
Good putt there by Andrew. Other semifinal match this evening is the father and son duo of Jim Wonderly and Jimmy Wonderly. Dad up 1 as they go to the back 9 here on hole number 10. Kevin, this should be a very interesting match, and I've seen Jimmy beat his dad on quite a few occasions.
Yeah, this is an interesting contrast in styles. They both like to play fast, but Jim Jr. is a little more aggressive at times than his dad. Doesn't pay off here, though.
Jim Sr. up 1 as we approach the 11th. This one I'm not too sure about. Just don't know on this hole what it's going to do, Kevin.
Well, you got a good example of it right there with Jim's putt. This hole, anytime can be very strange, but when it's wet like it is tonight, you get a lot of strange slides and bounces, and Again, like Jim's facing here, this is not an easy putt because of the conditions tonight. Let's see what he does here.
And here's Jim Sr.'s putt. That's going to cross. And Jimmy, if he could get an ace here, could tie this match. Plenty of speed. Got to get over. 13th hole. That was early. I think that's going to cross on him. And neither one of these gentlemen can put an ace together at the moment.
Dave, this is a hole, as we watch Jim putt here, this is a hole when it's wet. You can very much easily see the ball cross. Of course, if you hit it like that, you're definitely going to see it cross. Again, he's got to compose himself here, trying to make some runs.
Okay, we're ready for our final match out here at Putt-Putt this evening. On the left is Don Brecht, who defeated Andrew Teal in sudden death in his semifinal match. And on the right is Jim Wonderly Sr., who defeated his son on the 18th hole in his semifinal match. Gentlemen, good luck to both of you. Honors, this should be a very good match. Two very good amateur A players. Don just nailed. Oh my God! I put the screws to that one.
I don't care. It's better than a fool.
And now Jim. Oh man, two lips on this hole.
Of course it's good. It's Jim. I played it.
Match even as we go to hole number 2. That one I'm not sure about. No, he got enough juice to get it up the hill.
Those things kill Jim. I would take 2 fours.
Here's Jim's putt. It's going left. He's going to have a long deuce. He's going to be back in the corner, Kevin.
Yeah, but he's seen that putt before. Dave, I couldn't agree with you more. You're going to have one heck of a final match here. These are two very aggressive players, and don't look for either one of them to back off throughout the match. If anything, Jim here is a little more deliberate player, but Don is a very quick player, and we'll see how this comes out to play throughout the night.
Stubbed his putter, and Don will lead by 1. Hole number 3, Don Brecht, a 1-hole lead.
Oh,
And Don got at least a break there as he hit the triangle.
good thing I painted those. That was close.
Don's aggressiveness at times does play against him, too. Like I said, I expect this to be a very exciting match, as both of these players are not going to back off each other throughout this match.
And I also think it's going to be a very entertaining match for the fans at home to watch, because both these guys are a little bit emotional. If I were Jim, I'd be lagging, severely lagging. Good smart putt. This match even after 3 holes.
Bogeys all over the place.
4th hole, this match even. Jim with the honors. Looks good. Neither one of them can buy one right now. Both of them are over par.
Dave, the course is starting to dry out at this time of the evening now. We hadn't had rain in a while, and I think both the players are going to have to really start judging the speed a little more on these putts. As you saw with Jim's, he hit it a little bit hard and knocked it past the hole, a good pass. And as you see, Don has hit it past the hole quite a ways too.
Match will remain even through 4 holes of play. Here's Jim's putt on 5. Jim yelling at his ball to set, and it did just that. Don't want to be down in them corners on this hole. And let's see what Don can do. Back door. And it goes down the hill. Unreal. Nice putt. This match remains even after 6 holes, and that's not a good effort by Jim. And Kevin, we haven't seen an ace yet.
No, you know, it's pretty amazing because you do have 2 outstanding amateur players here. We'll see if Don can find an opening here with this miss by Jim here.
Good putt. Here's Don's putt. It's got to get over. Seventh hole, this match even. Both players 1 over par. There's a good-looking putt. There's the first ace of the match.
Dave, the key here is going to be seeing players getting some aces in a streak here going. Both these players are quite capable of putting a streak on. They need to do it. We're here on the 8th hole. This match is still even. Jim Wonderly will putt first. And Jim's got his 2nd ace in a row. Now Don needs to make this to keep this match even. Both players starting out a little bit rough with bogeys, but looks to be heating up now. And Jim will go up 1. Here on the 9th hole now. Jim has taken a 1-hole lead. And Dave, we see these players starting to get their games in gear here. You expect a little bit of a run going here?
Yeah, I think so. Thing I'm looking at, I was just thinking, is both these players are coming off very emotional matches. Don has had 2 matches of his going to sudden death tonight, and after a while that takes a little bite out of you. And as far as Jim is concerned, he just got done playing his son and made a very crucial putt on the 18th to win that. I'm going to be quiet here so Jim can putt.
And he's missed it to the right, so let's see if he gives an opening here to Don now to even up this match. Oh, and Don's going to leave that considerably short. But Jim concedes it, and the match is now all even again. Dave, I was mentioning earlier that the carpet conditions are starting to dry out, and it's changing the speed on a lot of these holes. I think the players are going to, as we see Don make a nice ace there, you think the players are going to have to make some adjustment on this backside?
Yeah, I think they will, and of course they've been putting all night, so that's, you know, part of being a good putter is adjusting to various conditions as the evening wears on, and both these players are very capable of doing just that.
Don has taken a 1-hole lead after acing the 10th. Jim missing. And as he hugged it, he, got a nasty bit of a slide. Dave, this is a good example of what I was talking about on the speed here.
Yeah, this hole, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I've seen some great putts on this hole, and they don't drop, and then you hit some lousy putts, and Don really got a bad break.
Well, he's got himself a very difficult bogey putt here. What do you think he's got to try here?
Just what he's going to do is go off this left rail and try to kick it in, and all Jim's really got to do is lag up and get it close here.
And we'll see if he does just that. Getting a big break after Don's ace attempt slid way past the hole. Well, and Jim has a little tester for his par.
I'll tell you what I'd have done in Jim's shoes, and this is not to second guess anybody, but if I had 4 strokes to play with on this hole and playing match play, I'd have played it off the right rail, played it real early, and just got it close to the hole. If I took a 3, so what?
This match is all even, though. Match all even as we stand in here on the 12th hole. This is Jim Wonderly putting. And Jim's not going to get the kick. Hit a little early, but just couldn't get it to go straight towards the hole. And now Don with an opportunity to take the lead again. Is Don going to get the kick? And he does. He goes 1 up. Watch push.
Take that, Don? Yeah.
Here on the 13th, Don will lead off. He's up 1 hole. He tries to get it across and does. Nicely done. Dave, this could be an opportunity for Don to burst out of this. Jim, pretty aggressive player. You think he can hold in here?
Yeah, I think Jim will stay right with him here. Jim's a good putter. Pressure doesn't seem to bother him. You know, they're both streaky players, but I've seen Don putt many, many times, and Don's capable of putting 5, 6 together in a row. The key for him is to avoid the mistakes.
As we putt here on the 14th hole. As Dave was saying, these are both very good amateur players, and Don, a streaky player. He's got his 3rd ace in a row. Now Jim needs to make one here to keep this from getting way ahead. And they hit that very early. Don will go 3 up.
Okay, here's Don on 15. He's got a 3-hole lead. Still playing aggressively. And the way it looks right now, Jim's going to have to put about 3 in a row here together, Kevin, or this match is going to be over as Don's really tore up the back 9.
This strategy here is a 3-letter word, ace. He's got to make these holes, and 15 here is certainly makeable.
Now 15, 16, 17 are all very makeable. Can't get it, though. And now I think he's behind the pipe, and he's got even more difficulty. He needs to make this, or this match will be over. Saw Brian Johnson here earlier in the evening, Kevin. He was in the same position here, and Brian tried an interesting approach. He tried it off the left pipe and tried to get it to slide in this way. This is not a putt you generally go out and practice because 98% of the time you're never there.
Oh, yeah, that's it, Dave. You don't look to be putting your ball in this position, and you know, Jim is an experienced putter. He'll take his time and look this one over from almost every angle. I don't know, Dave. I would probably be tempted to try to bring it off this back board and slide it in. The problem is with conditions wet as they are, you don't know what type of spin you're going to get off that board. It's almost an impossible shot, though, otherwise.
Well, Jim is trying to survey this from all angles. Being the competitor he is, he's going to look it over because he needs to make this, or this match will be over. Let's see what he's going to do here. Yeah, he gave it all he had. He had really no chance, no shot. And your winner and final match will be Don Brecht. Back in a moment. Okay, we're here with our final match play participants this evening, and we're going to talk to the second place finisher on my right first. This is Jim Wonderly. And Jim, you had a couple of good matches going in. You beat your son there on the 18th, and then you came to this match, and I know, and I've seen you putt all year, and the last several years, I know you can putt better than what you did in that last final match. You just couldn't get anything to drop.
No, I sure couldn't, Dave, and I guess it's, you know, I've been wanting I've got a medal place for the course championship already, and I guess I just wanted the match position too bad, and I think I just tried too hard. I know the shot's out there, but, you know, when you go up against guys like Don Brecht, who knows the course like the back of his hand, you really got to putt your very best, and I couldn't pull it together on that back nine. That's kind of what killed me. That's where he started walking away from me, and you know, I'm happy for him. You know, I'll get my shot at it. And oh, one other thing, I'd like to see more fathers and their sons out here because I enjoy it tremendously. Okay, putt for the fun of it.
I was going to ask one more question for you, Jim, before you left. What is it like playing against your son? I bet you get a real big kick out of that, and hopefully he does too.
Oh, absolutely. I've always, you know, been a competitive person. Back in my high school days, I played football and baseball and things like that, and my son has been gifted with the athleticism too for football and soccer and everything else. So the competition between father and son, I think, is really, really great, and we really enjoy it. And that's why we're here every week.
Congratulations, Jim. I know you'll get your match play spot by the end of the year.
Oh, I will. I can guarantee it.
All right. And now on my left, this is Don Brecht. And Don, you had two close matches going into this final match, and had to go into sudden death twice. Congratulations. I think the back nine was the key, as Jim said. You guys, neither one of you putted very good on the front nine, and then we were waiting for one of you guys to put together a string, and you finally did.
I've always played good on the back. I just wanted to get by the front because I played with Jim all night, and he played pretty good on the front. I figured if I can get to 10, down one or two, I could pull it out because I've shot real good on the back. I made 4 or 5 in a row on the back each match.
Hole 11, Kevin and I were talking about, and I was talking about it earlier tonight. I have no clue. I don't play anymore, but I have no clue what you have to do on that hole. It seems like you hit good putts. You hit a good putt, and then you go back behind a triangle. I don't know. What's the secret to making that hole? You have any idea?
Tell me, I missed it 3 times. I don't know. I can't make it.
Well, you had a good last round there in the medal play tonight, and maybe that helped you in match. That gives you some confidence knowing you can go out and shoot 28 and go out and play match play. Did that help you any tonight, you think?
Yeah, I can make the aces. I mean, I get a lot of overpar holes. I really do. I can make 6, 7 aces around. It's just the rest of the holes just kill me. But, you know, that's why there's match play.
Well, congratulations. It was an outstanding, and it was a very entertaining match play tournament, and you got a nice run at the end. Congratulations once again to you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to recap everything out here this evening here at Putt-Putt South. Bruce Herron, who made good on his promise, won the cash division this evening. And we'd also like to point out, I almost forgot, that Jeff Herron was our winner in the Amateur A division. Kevin Krajewski was our winner in Amateur B. We'd like to thank everybody for watching, and we'd also like to remind everyone that if you'd like to participate in our tournaments, we play every Tuesday night at the North Course. Practice time anytime after 6 o'clock. Tournaments will begin at 7. On Thursday nights, we play out at the South Course. Same times, practice at 6. 7 o'clock, the tournaments will begin. We only have 3 more weeks of medal play competition, and then we will be going into the course championships and city championships. So there's still 3 more weeks for all you players that haven't gotten out here this year to come out and play. I'd like to thank Kevin Krajewski for helping us in match play. My name's Dave Kreider, and thank you for watching Putt-Putt Golf here on Channel 10.